The Reggae Boyz squad has been selected. The chess pieces are all on the board. Now we discuss Steve McClaren's squad selection for the upcoming November window. And guys, it is the deciding window. This window will determine our World Cup aspirations. Let's get into it. Welcome to Sports Jam Media. Remember to like, share, and if you're new, hit the subscribe button. We are on our way to our goal of 1,000 subs, and every one counts. It's a free way to support us. Just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Now, with that being said, for the upcoming November window, we have two pivotal matches. First match is away to Trinidad on November the 13th. And secondly, we have Curaçao at home on the 18th. The 26-man squad reads, our goalkeepers are our captain, Andre Blake, Jamali Waite, and of course, Tafari Chambers. These are the three goalkeepers we expect to bring us through the World Cup as well. There are no surprises here at all. Our defenders read, we have 9 defenders. That's Joel Latibaudiere, Ethan Pinnock, Richard King, Dexter Lambekise, Greg Lay, Damian Lowe, Rico Henry, who is a new face, Mason Holgate, and being moved from midfield to defense, we have Ian Frey. We have a total of 5 midfielders. These are Isaac Hayden, Bobby Reid, John Russell, Keroy Anderson, and Joshawn Anglin. In attack, we have 9. We are pretty top heavy. We have Bailey Kadamatri. We have Shamari Nicholson, Boza himself. We have Roman Borrell. We have Demarai Gray. We have Kaheem Dixon. We have Ronaldo Cephas, Tyrese Campbell, Warner Brown, and to top it off, Dejan Whisper Richards. Our injury list reads Leon Bailey, Casey Palmer, Amari Bell. We have Deshaun Bernard. Now, of course, Bernard has a very extensive injury. He has been out for a while, and the coach is hopeful that Liam Bailey could possibly be back in time for a second match on the 18th versus Curaçao at the office. Because Casey Palmer and Amari Bell were in the previous squad, that means that they have to be replaced. Their replacements are, of course, Demarai Gray and Rico Henry, respectfully. In the previous squad, we also had Seymour Reed. He's no longer in the squad. He has been replaced by Warner Brown. Now, with that being said, this is my initial thoughts. Now, when I saw the squad, my initial thoughts were definitely that the midfield was too light. We have a total of 5 midfielders, and for me, that is a very strange decision to make. According to Steve McClaren, we only have 1 specialist number 6 in Isaac Hayden, and for some reason, he sees Anglin more of a box-to-box number 8 instead of a 6. So that begs the question, if Isaac Hayden was to fall injured, what then? There's no Kevon Lambert. There is no other options. I find this very strange. The second thing that stood out to me was the lack of creativity in midfield. There was no selection of a, let's say, a Tyrese Hall, a Ravel Morrison, not even a Tyree McGee. Now, for me, this is also very strange. I'm not understanding the hatred that the coach seems to have for midfielders. I really don't get it. Of course, another standout was we should expect the debut of Rico Henry, the left back from Brentford. He will be joining us. He awaits his passport. And even if he doesn't debut in the first game, it seems like the coach is confident that he will be able to make an appearance in the second game versus Curaçao at home. Let us now discuss in more details the ins, the persons who have joined the squad versus the squad previously. Starting with the aforementioned Rico Henry, since the beginning of the season, he has played 7 of the available 10 matches for Brentford, who currently sit 13th in the English Premier League. Since the beginning of the season, he started as Brentford's number 1 left back, but we've seen gradually over the last 5 matches where that has changed. Over the last 5 matches, Rico Henry has had 3 benchings without an appearance. He had a 1 minute cameo versus Liverpool, and versus my Manchester United, he only played 15 minutes. As stated earlier, yet to score, yet to assist. He is a top player, and while he is out of form, I still do believe that quality doesn't die. You don't just wake up tomorrow and become a bad player. And because of that, what I generally think about this pick is that it's fine, right? It's fine because there are positives. One of the positives is that he's much he is younger than Greg Lay and Amari Bell, which means that we can assume that he will provide further longevity for the position. The issue here is, of course, both Amari Bell and Greg Lay has played considerably more minutes than him since the beginning of the season, which means they're fitter, they're more into it, and of course the camaraderie that they've already created with the squad. Really and truly, this pick won't make or break the squad. It's all right. I'm indifferent about this pick. My only concern about it is that for quite some time now, the coach has been throwing hints that he's very concerned about the continuity of the squad. He doesn't want to throw in a new player just like that. But here he is contradicting that by putting in this player, which really and truly, if we were to identify a need for the Reggae Boyz squad, it wouldn't be that left back position. But hey, we move. Another player who is in is Demarai Gray. He has been a pivotal player for Birmingham City for the majority of the season. Since the beginning of the season, he has started 13 of the 15 games he has been available for. So far this season, he has scored 3 goals and netted 1 assist. It was a necessary pick from coach Steve McClaren. There wasn't a doubt. He had to bring in Demarai Gray, especially with the lack of midfield creativity. We can all assume that Demarai Gray will be one of the main contenders to play that number 10 role. And the truth is, once Demarai Gray has a good November window, Jamaica will have a good November window. He is pretty much what we're hoping to be the main creative spark once he gets that start, once he is fit. The third player that got in would have been Warner Brown. This would have been a shocker to me, and quite a few persons that I've spoken with, I wasn't the only one who felt this way. Warner Brown being in the team, it kind of threw me off. I was a bit confused because the few things that I've seen, he doesn't seem fit. Like the first thing, he doesn't seem fit. Warner Brown for me is an excellent player. He is one of my favorite Reggae Boyz. For those who know me, my favorite Reggae Boyz are the Rima man. Like without a doubt. Shamar Nicholson, yeah man, straight. Cephas, Dixon, yeah. And then I just have a genuine respect for Damian Lowe. I also really, really rate Warner Brown. Like he's a clinical striker from Black, Green and Gold. I respect him very much. But his selection in this squad is puzzling, especially when we have Trevante Stewart doing so well in Israel. Over the last 10 matches, Trevante Stewart has scored 8 goals. 8 from 10. That, my friend, is a clinical striker. Literally just yesterday, he scored 2 goals. He's won quite a few man of the match awards in the league, and right now it's puzzling to me why he's not getting a look in. It seems the coach is trying to pull the card of how it's going to be difficult to integrate him in the squad, maybe teach him how he wants him to lead the front line. but we just selected Rico Henry. So why can't the same grace be awarded to a Trevante Stewart when Trevante Stewart is a form player, is a player that I'm sure if he gets the chance will give his all. Unlike Rico Henry, who we are not sure of his fitness level due to his limited minutes, Trevante Stewart is playing day in, day out, scoring goals consistently. It is really puzzling to me. I really don't understand it. And I'm hoping eventually we get some explanation of what is the why is this exception of Trevante Stewart constantly happening. Now let's talk about the outs. For the outs, we have three players as stated before. We have Casey Palmer and Amari Bell. Both are injured. Casey Palmer will be out for the next 3 to 4 weeks, while of course Amari Bell's injury is a hamstring injury, which means that he will be out for a longer time period. We hope to have him back because, in my opinion, he is our best left back. We also have Seymour Reed, who is out. He has yet to get any meaningful minutes or make a meaningful impact on the squad, which means that he must be out of favor in the eyes of coach Steve McClaren, and therefore that would have been we all saw it coming where he would have been replaced. It's just a shocker that it was Warner Brown versus a Travante Stewart. Now, as it relates to this, I do have some additional final thoughts for the squad selection, starting with number one, which would be we could have easily dropped one of these defenders. We have 9 defenders, guys, for a midfielder. Someone like a Tyrese Hall. The young man has a total of 4 goals and an assist from just 10 games. And while, of course, he is inexperienced in some aspects, I am confident that he would have been able to make an impact on this squad, presenting some quality, some flair in the midfield. On the other side of the spectrum, we have someone like a Ravel Morrison, who is filled with experience, known quality, is proven on the big stage, could again come into the squad instead of someone like, let's see here, someone like, let us say a Holgate. I am willing to bet every dollar I have that Holgate won't play a single minute. Yet we have him there, not making an impact. 9 defenders when we could have easily brought in a specialist number 10. For me, that is a bit puzzling. 5 midfielders. Again, when I really think about it, the truth is that number 10 position will most likely be filled by one of our attackers. Someone like a Demarai Gray, someone like John Russell, Bobby Reed, maybe even Dixon could fill that number 10 role, which means that the 5 midfielders most likely will be competing for those 2 spots. And because Hayden is a shoo-in for the number 6 spot, I guess the other 4 will be competing for that number 8. So when you look at it that way, I guess the logic of the coach is that we have enough. And when you think about it, that people like Latibodere and Ian Frey could come into midfield if we have a crisis of injuries, I kind of get where the coach is coming from. But for me, it is necessary to have a specialist, someone who knows the position, plays the position, and plays the position well. I do believe that we lack that number 10, but again, I'm going to play devil's advocate. That lack of number 10 can be mitigated with a quality performance from Adamari Gray. We know his quality. He's definitely one of our best players. And if he plays well, I guess the urge or the need or the clamoring that we're doing for that number 10, we'll all forget it once Demarai Gray plays well in the position. The number 10 would have made the squad better, yes, but hey, it can be mitigated quite easily. The other thing, of course, is Travante Stewart. We spoke about that. The more I think about it, whether he's included or not, it won't affect the price of rice. Because whether Travante Stewart is there or not, we really can't bet that he will be making any meaningful minutes, playing any meaningful minutes in these two deciding fixtures, right? And because of that, let's not dwell on that too much. Let's move forward. The real issue here, guys, the real issue for me is the cover for Isaac Hayden. Like, I really believe that was the coach is being short-sighted, because if he picks up an injury, our entire system is affected. He says that Anglin isn't a number 6 for him. How about getting a Kevin Lambert into the squad? Something had to be done. Pushing additional quality in the midfield, at least for cover, was a necessity. But all in all, when you look at the overall squad, it is enough. Like, when we let's not dwell too much on the player, the one player there and the one player there. Here, the truth is, when we think about that 11 men that will be starting the next match, we know them. We know who will be starting, and we know who can come on to make an impact, and we can pretty much be certain that the coach did the right thing when it comes down to that. So with that being said, probably I'll give this squad a light 8, 7.5, a light 8, probably. He did what he could with the resources that he had. And all in all, if we're being honest, this squad should be enough to get us over the line versus Trinidad and versus Curaçao. Let's get the job done. And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, let us be out into the national stadium. It is very, very important that we are there supporting our Reggae Boyz, ensuring that we get over the line. This is a historical opportunity. We can qualify for the World Cup in the office, and we all need to be there. It is a necessity. It is a necessity. Also, please be on the lookout in my description. I will be posting a link to a WhatsApp channel. No, not a WhatsApp group, a channel. And every now and then I will be posting a link to a survey or a form. After each match, I'm asking you, the fans, to rate our players out of 10. So when I'm doing my match reactions, I can again get the sense or the viewpoint of you guys, the fans of the Reggae Boyz. Again, all I'll do is display the average rating of each of these players based on what you guys decide on. This has been Sports Jam Media. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.